Feel the power. All right, here we go. Belgrade Beat, the pulse of the city. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Belgrade Beat. I am sitting on a wonderful small French bakery on the street Dobrocina in the center of Belgrade, Dorcol neighborhood, and I'm here in Le Petite Cantine with Clem and Clara, who are two ladies from France who have come to Serbia to show them the art of French baking. So welcome to Belgrade Beat, and I'm really happy to meet people with an entrepreneurial spirit who are coming to this country and opening a place like this. And basically, I wanted to first ask you about what you do. What you do here. Just give me the really short story of what you give to the people of Belgrade in terms of your bakery.
Short? You're sure? No, okay, we will make it short. We are just sharing our passion. I mean, basically, we are here to bring something new, like importing know-how, genuine know-how about French bakery, authenticity of this sourdough bread, French butter, pastry, like croissant, pain au chocolat, torsade, twisted chocolate and all that stuff. And we wanted to offer something new, like a real quality, not just frozen product imported, but we are imported this know-how, and that's important for us to.
Yeah, and so I haven't seen anything else like this in Belgrade. I don't know if there is another one, but this seems pretty unique. That people would come to France to share their art, actual people. So what you do specifically, we'll start with what you do, and then we'll talk about why you ended up in Belgrade and how the story went. But basically, do you import the ingredients from France to make your stuff, or do you buy the local ones?
That's local ones.
Really? So you managed to reach the same quality?
Of course, that's a lot of work. It means we have to work like 2 times more than other people, but we are really interested by this quality local products. They have amazing vegetables and fruits and all of that, and even brašno, how they call that?
Flour.
Yeah. Even that, it's amazing. You just have to take your time, take it like a baby, you know, basically, and you can do something with that. You can work on that, and that's why we are here to work with their.
Now, did you both work in the same industry in France when you were living there, or
me? No, Clem, no. I was baker and pastry chef. And she was working in restaurant bar, more managing, so it was combining our...
You're the artiste and you're the manager. Is that sort of how it works?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Golden hand.
Because all businesses need both of them, I think.
Of course.
Exactly. That's why.
Because it's impossible to make good baking when you're thinking about other stuff, right? And it's impossible, And I just find that it's really good to be able to dedicate yourself. So how did you meet each other?
When we were in school. Yes. We know each other since we were 10 years old, so.
Yeah. At 14, we were like, okay, let's start to keeping money just to eat some new foods, new restaurant, trying some, new restaurant, new cuisine. That's why we are so,
really
passionate about this kitchen and cuisine art
And what do you remember? Okay, so how did the culinary and baking culture of France influence you when you were growing up? I mean, obviously it's an integral part of your culture, I think.
From our granny?
Yeah.
So you learned the recipes from your grandmother?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yes, for some tart. Yes, for some tart and some sweet. Even quiche. For some salty quiche, we use grandma recipe because it's actually the best one, So.
Yeah, because grandmother doesn't think about the cost as much. She wants to make the best thing for her little darlings, right? Yeah, I mean, I grew up. My grandmother's from Bratislava, Slovakia, but she's German, so I grew up with this tradition of Viennese baking. Like the Zakotorte and all of these classic strudel and all of these things.
Oh my God!
And the best one is your grandmother.
I know. I went to the hotel. I went to the Hotel Sacre in Wien, where the Zakotorte comes from. Not as good as my grandmother's.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. So you were inspired by that. Mm-hmm. And at which point did you start making it yourself in your life? Like, which point did you? It become a passion for you specifically?
Very, very young, because Clem and me, I can talk for both of us. We grew up with our grandparents because our parents were working and they were like retired. So
Same
of course,
me, yeah.
yeah. So of course, you know,
That's
you are
the
like
best.
exactly. Yeah. So you start to cook with them. You start to make pastry with grandmothers, and after you want to do alone. And
when you smell that in your kitchen, like spices and fresh herbs and everything. You want to try to make something special, something, you know, like they do, and that's how it's...
And so how did you discover Serbia? And how did you discover Serbia as a foodie destination?
She is Serbian.
I'm half Serbian, yes.
Okay, and the grandmother who was teaching you was from the Serbian half or the...
No, she was French.
Okay, so, alright. So how did you discover the food in Serbia the first time?
But, of course, the mother of my father is making Serbian food, so it was the first time I discovered Serbian food with her, you know.
I'm not so much talking about the cuisine, but the food ingredients and the produce and all of this stuff.
Yeah, by my grandmother, actually.
When did you first come to Serbia as a child, or?
No, I was not coming here when I was child, yes. It was very recent, actually. I came the first time 4 years ago now.
Okay.
Almost, yeah.
And what did you think Serbia was going to be like? Okay, so I know when you're going to a place where you know that you have some family from, you have certain expectation of what will be like, will not be like. What was that first trip to Serbia like, and how did it change your perception?
But actually, I had like no expectation about here because I just wanted to discover the city in this moment. In that moment when I came, I was working in Bosnia, so it's Balkan spirit, but it's completely different.
Doing what?
You know? Bakery. I was working in a French bakery there. Yeah.
Okay.
And when I came first here, I was like, so...
good vibes.
Yes. The energy is so good in this city, you know.
Yes,
it's completely different from rest of Europe. Yeah.
It's like there's just a community here that you don't find. A way of people interacting and a way of, you know, everybody sort of getting along, which you don't find in a lot of places. There's not so much social alienation here, I find. It's more connected. It's more like everybody has a chance. Everybody's accepted pretty much.
But actually, for me, it's like, because it's a capital of a country, and when you compare with other capital, it's more like a small city here where you can have like interaction with your neighbor and know your neighborhood, and you know, it's like...
Especially this neighborhood, of course.
Yes.
You know, I lived down the street here for like, 3 years, and the place before was up there. Yeah, it's a great neighborhood.
Imagine how they help us at the beginning when we opened this bakery.
Yeah.
They have a lot Dorcol neighborhood, I mean.
Yeah.
They were like crazy about this project.
A foreigner opening up a bakery.
Yeah, they were so happy actually, because for them especially we come from France, you know, so for them it's like a dream country, and they didn't understand why we wanted to come here, you know, but they were very happy when we were talking about the city and the people who are actually
surprising for them.
I mean, honestly, I get these emails all the time from Serbian people who have been living in other countries who want to come back.
Yeah.
But people who have never lived somewhere else don't really... it's hard to explain to them what's so special about this place, and how once you visit and you get a taste for it, that life is not the same when you go back to your, you know, modern, you know, society.
It's when I'm traveling, for example, and I'm traveling and I just landed 5 minutes ago here, I'm like, oh my god, I should take something like, I'm back home. I'm really back home. That never happened in my life.
Yeah.
No, because for example, when I was living in France and traveling, when I was coming back in France, I was like, no, I want to go back. I don't want to stay here, you know.
Yeah.
But actually here I'm happy to come. Yes, and actually...
I had similar experiences, like just depression, going back to Canada, and then when I was living in England, there was one time I was even crying at the British passport control, like after a weekend of playing concerts here. Yeah, it was like, wow. I mean, this place has a thing. So, and to bring, this is what I really like to see: people bringing what's good from abroad to Belgrade, making it a more cosmopolitan city, making an establishment that sort of redefines, you know, some food. Food is like, I really love the ingredients, and if you go and explore in Serbia, food, it's amazing what you can find at the piazza there. You know, all of the goat's cheeses, and you know how everything's there. But I find that the local cuisine gets a little old, you know. Cevapi, burek, all of salatu, always the same thing over and over again. Oh, it's good stuff.
It's good stuff, yes, but you know, it's like old recipe from their grandma. They don't change.
But you know, when the Vietnamese place, Eastok, opened up around the corner, it's like, yes, please, yeah, let's do this. You know, like,
exactly.
And I just like to see that this city is heading in that direction. This city is, you know, becoming more people like you opening up restaurants and show them what a croissant is supposed to be like and stuff like that, and it will really improve everything for everybody.
Exactly, that's great.
But I gotta touch on the subject, Serbian bakeries.
Yeah.
Is there one that you really like?
No. Actually, no. But I don't know. Okay, for some specialty they are making. Okay, if you talk about burek or okay, but for bread and what they call croissant, of course.
Okay, no. Yeah, of course, because yours are French and like.
No, it's not that. No, it's
you
not
make the best in the world.
You know what? Because now the best croissants are not in France.
Have you tried Turkovic?
We're in Slavia, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes.
And it's the best, I think. There's always a line, and yeah. But I mean, but if you do the real thing. So you're doing with their ingredients and your thing. Did you ever try like importing the ingredients to see the difference?
Of course, at the beginning we tried.
And you decided that the ingredients you could find here are just as good.
But actually,
are better.
But yes, actually, we think it's better. And second, it's not the same that what we have in France. But for me, it's a job to be baker, you know.
Yeah.
Real job. So
but
you have to adapt to have a good
quality for the price.
Yeah, exactly.
You should talk about that.
Quality for the price is like, this is the best thing you get when you know, like, as I live here and sort of get more into the food here, I'm like, wow, I would never pay 300 dinars for some dried meat, and then you try it once and then you're like, every time, I'm never going to pay 2,500 dinars for a kilo of goat's cheese, smoked goat's cheese, and then you try it once, it's like, ooh,
it's good.
maybe it's worth the price. And then you go to Western Europe and you see the same quality of product there, and it's 4 times as expensive. And then you come back, no, all right, things are good here. You can, because there's lots of really bad food here. That's the problem. There's lots of really bad food, really like cheap ingredients that you can get, and it means that people can live. But I have a taste for the finer things in life, and that it's nice that this place offers that too. At a good price, and your prices look very reasonable, actually. So
yeah,
I hope that everybody in Dorcol, like, if you have a choice, I mean, going to like some generic pekara on the street, or coming here and trying something more unique and authentically French, I hope people will at least come here and try the difference.
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
That's what I hope. So, okay, when you got to Belgrade, what were your first challenges in setting up this business when you decided to move here and set this up? What was it like? So you came and made the decision from France to move here with her to make this business.
Yeah. We met each other again in France, and it was like this time, you come in a crossroad in your life. You're like, okay, I should leave. I should do something better of my life. I mean, you need a quality of life. You know what you want.
Ciao.
Dobro večer. That's why we like this Dorcol area.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
I buy.
All right, folks, we're gonna have a little break here for a moment while this guy buys some stuff. You can go and live in the Balkans to try to find your soul. You'll become a man more ballsy, but that will never make you whole. Cause well, if there's something missing, it'll be missing everywhere. So you can go as far as you dare. All right, folks, we're back, and we just got interrupted. Of course, the place is supposed to be closed here, but they can't keep people out of here because they love this place so much. Anyways, so the moment when you decided to move to Serbia, I mean, what did that look like in your life? The crossroads of your life, and she calls you and says, what?
So okay, let's try to do something in Serbia, because it's an amazing country. Balkan, generally is amazing. You have to come and just see what you can do there. And I was more like, okay, I would like to go in Asia, try something really different, live a new experience, new culture and all that stuff. But finally you have this little voice in your head like,
maybe this is a good idea.
Maybe just follow that road and you will see. And so yes, we came here 2 years ago.
2 years and a half now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been walking by here since it opened, but there was no big sign that said "Real French Bakery."
Shame on you. Yes, we don't like
if
this.
If I'd seen this, I would have come in.
And that's maybe my fault, but we don't like this cliche, like Eiffel Tower everywhere, like two French girls.
Yeah. No, clear.
No,
but
we don't need this sparkles around.
But when I was when I first went into this place around the corner, Pizzagram, I walked in there and I tried their pizza. At that time, they were making it all fresh. Yeah. And there has to be a story behind this. So I posted a review of the pizza, like, oh my god, this pizza is so good. And then I sent it to their Facebook page and asked for an interview. And then I got the story. The guy's, he's from here, but he went to the school in Italy for a pizza. And within 1 year, he managed to make this amazing pizza.
Amazing, yeah.
And that's what the passion and dedication does. So you arrive in Serbia. What's your first impression?
Oof. Positive, good vibes, really good energy, like young talented people trying to do everything for their country,
Yeah.
Even if they work here for another country, for foreigners and for US or Europe or never mind, they are still here because they know here there's something happening every day. You have something new. You have this positive energy. You have this. You feel it.
Yeah.
They start creating
potential
something really.
as well.
Exactly.
Okay, so starting a business here, how was it? Finding the location.
Funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
We are like two monkey every day, jumping everywhere. Like walking, running all around the city. Okay, we need to find that. We don't speak Serbian.
Okay.
We don't care. Never mind. People are there. They start to help you. Like, do their best to help you, but really.
And then at the same time looking at you like you're crazy, wanting to open up a business here.
Of course, but they wanted to help. They are doing.
Yeah.
Oh my God, poor French people. They are totally crazy and lost, Yeah. But it was so fun for us. And that's why after 6 months we were totally dead, like a zombie.
Yeah. Okay, so finding staff here. I think you can find a range of experiences in finding people to work in a place in Serbia. But in the end, did you find your crew of people?
That's why after 6 months, I told you, after 6 months we were totally out. Because, you start just to speak with people who own their own business, the restaurant, coffee shop, or cafe, bar, etc. And they're all talking about employee, like, oh, that's awful. Here in that country, you cannot find that. And you fill your brain, your mind with that idea. But it's totally wrong. People, listen to me. This is the best country I've never met. Cut.
No cuts, sorry.
Not possible.
Not possible. French or Serbian. No, but really, that's amazing. You can find someone like great, really polite, smiley, positive, who is how can we say that, involved in your business and
shares the passion.
Yes. We found some really good people. For example, today I had this girl. She is young. She is studying, of course, in the meantime, but she is like perfect. She remember me. So reactive, really positive and creative people. She's sharing every time her idea about this food, this recipe, what we can do, how she can help clients to understand her product, and
Good.
And that's not the first one. I mean, we met a lot of people here now, and when you think differently, when you just stop to listening people complaining about everything every time.
Yeah, you just have to make your own bubble.
Yeah. When you stop that, trust me, you will attract good people and good energy. And
that's exactly my experience. The best people are here, and you just need to find this way of focusing on the good thing about people, focusing on the good energy, and when there's somebody giving you bullshit, you just call them on it and say maybe we shouldn't work together, and always be willing to start fresh until you find this energy that you want to be surrounded with. And I think it's anywhere like that, especially here. The extremes are more, you know?
Yes.
The extremes are
black or white. I don't have gray, you know.
Oh yeah. Well, there's lot. Yeah, there's lots of nuances though. But yeah. And so 2 years. It's been 2 years.
Yeah.
Would you say that your initial vision, what you wanted to create, is a success? Or do you still have some work to do towards that?
No. Yes, of course, there is still some work to do. If there was not, it would be so boring for us, you know.
Thank you.
But it was like it's our vision of the shop is changing, like evolving every.
Now it's
day,
a good time for evolving, for growing. I mean, we have a lot of customers who are expecting a new shop in Vračar, New Belgrade, Belleville, for example. Senjak, Dedinje, of course, a lot of foreigners and all of that. And now we have this plan, like opening some few shops. Centralize the production. And when people are asking, like, okay, but here it's a small bakery, so you can produce everything by your own hand. We are sure it's handmade, homemade, and blah blah blah. Don't worry, we would like to train people. To
hire people and
because the point is sharing this know-how,
the tradition,
and of course growing
the passion.
I don't say it's easy for people who live abroad and who like to live here and create their own business and own their own business, blah blah. You have a lot of work and it's hard. Don't do that. We are totally crazy. People are right.
Yeah, you have to have persistence.
That's a challenge. That's a challenge.
It's not that easy.
But okay, I get emails from people from India, from China, whatever,
visa, you know?
who want to come
of course.
and start their own restaurant or stuff like here. What advice would you give them if they're going to do it?
But I come because I would like to eat Indian and Chinese, real Indian.
We miss that, but that's so selfish. It's hard.
So come and start a restaurant right
around
the corner from here with real wonderful Indian food, and they will be your first clients.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Great.
No, do it if you want, but just be realistic about the country, about their expectation.
The economy.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's a real challenge, and you have to think about your goals. What do you want? It's totally different if you open an exotic restaurant in Europe, in US, or here. It's totally different, and you have to think about that. Because some people, trust that business is business everywhere. No, of course not.
No. Yeah, the same tricks will work, but every market is different. Yeah.
But actually,
it takes 2 years. Takes 2 years minimum just to adapt yourself. Not
adapting
your country. Yes. Adapting. Don't change the quality, but adapting some items for Serbian expectation and foreigners and all that stuff takes time, and you have to be really strong and
exactly. For example, we just started to make Postno thing, and everybody was asking that, but it's very hard for us as French because we use butter everywhere.
Postno is the sort of vegan food of Serbia, which they wouldn't call vegan because it's meant for religious fasting. So if you're a vegan watching and you want to come to Serbia, ask for Postno hrana, and you will get vegan options. So so you're gonna start making that for Easter, right?
Yeah, but even because there is some people who eat Postno like every Friday or so of course they are asking, and for us it was very difficult in the beginning because it's
we don't want to propose something not tasty or not as tasty as we expect. So that's
why we work on some recipe, and now we have few options which are very good, and even people who doesn't eat Postno like to eat this.
So quality is number one in the end.
Of course.
Quality.
Yeah.
Great. And what's your favorite thing about Belgrade, both of you? You can answer separately.
Your favorite? Every day it's surprising. Every day surprising me in a good way.
Yeah.
Every day I meet someone different, someone else, someone interesting. They like to share their culture. They like to talk about everything. They are really open-minded, and they are special.
But
People.
Yes.
For me, people.
Serbian or foreigner, because you met completely different foreigner who are living there than other countries. Yes.
The people who are attracted to this place are a special bunch of people. That's what I find.
Foreigners who think like, okay, now we try to live here for years, 2 years, for staff or for the job works and blah blah. Yeah. But now it's a decision, it's a personal decision. I want to stay here.
Serbia is the place. There's so much potential.
Amazing.
I like the vibe. I feel like I'm more myself here and all this stuff. Yeah,
exactly.
That's the thing. So, again and again, folks who are thinking to move to Serbia, it's possible to open up your own business here. Might be easier if you get, some job you can work on the internet or something where you can get money sent from outside. But if you're in for the struggle, if you want to do something unique, you can do something like this. And congratulations on making this beautiful place.
Thank you.
Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
See you soon.
Belgrade Beat, the pulse of the city.